This session is going to be where we want certain issues to be raised. The vote chori issues of Haryana and the SIR, which has been pushed on into 12 states, is a very sad thing that the government and as well as the election commission is rolling out SIR in a very authoritarian way. BJP's mindset is that they don't want a discussion on a thing which is affecting the democratic process itself. And we will continue to put pressure outside the parliament, also inside the parliament.
Hello and welcome to the Statesman Talk. I'm Ananya Dasgupta. On this episode, we are joined by Manickam Tagore, Congress MP and Congress Whip in Lok Sabha. Thank you very much for joining us on
Thank
the
you.
Statesman. You know, we've just heard that the parliament session, upcoming parliament session, is going to be a curtailed one with only 15 days in the winter session of parliament. What is going to be your strategy to raise key issues? Because I think that there is not going to be any question hour as well.
Um, Thank you. First is that the parliament session, winter session, usually starts in the third week of November. Uh, Now, after Mr. Modi came into Delhi and after his government taking over in this union government, the uh, whole working day has been reduced to only 15 days. 15 working days are going to be there, and this is going to be shortest session of the winter session itself, which is very sad that the government is not having any major legislative business. Therefore, the government is from a legislative part of business. They are running out of the idea of running the government itself, and therefore the parliament is not working in that way, and they are not ready to accept the issues of the opposition also. The problem with the government is that they only want the parliament to be the cheerleaders for them, not question them. And Prime Minister doesn't come to the question hour on Tuesdays or the question day for Prime Minister. And he never answered one question till of now in his term of 10 years. For this is the mentality of the government, and we are having the parliamentary democracy is at its crossroads, and it's very difficult for the opposition to get our voice amplified in parliament, and we are not allowed to speak. Opposition leaders are denied, and we have 240 members from the opposition in Lok Sabha, but still the parliament, the opposition leaders are not allowed to speak. In the same way, this session is going to be where we want certain issues to be raised, particularly the vote chori issues of related to Haryana is going to be a very important thing, and the SIR, which has been pushed into 12 states, is a very sad thing that the government and as well as the election commission is rolling out SIR in a very authoritarian way, which is going to deny poor their right to vote.
But does that mean that it's again going to lead to a stalemate like in the past that we have seen in the last parliament session as well, which was washed out because the opposition did not allow, wanted a discussion rather on SIR and the role of the election commission, and the government said it's none of our business. The election commission is an independent body.
This is the idea. This is the problem with the government. The BJP's mindset is that they don't want a discussion on a thing which is affecting the democratic process itself. They don't want in the parliament you can discuss anything within the framework. Discuss about certain with some kind of clarity. The government is not ready, and Parliamentary Affairs Minister Mr. Kiran Reju just gets the instruction from Mr. Amit Shah, and they just convey to the opposition that we are not going to have any discussions. And we are very clear that when these kind of issues comes, particularly related to the democratic process of this country, where election commission is under a lot of questionable actions, particularly the three election commissioners after Mr. Gyaneshwar Singh and Vivek Joshi and Sardarji. Three of them are not doing their work properly as election commissioners because they came in a different route. The selection committee of Mr. Amit Shah and Modi selected them, and they had been doing this for to not for the protect the election commission, but to protect the BJP's interest. That's our pain, and we wanted to. There are many evidences coming up now after that Mahadevapura Vochori issue in Karnataka. Now the Haryana thing has come. For there is no dialogue, there is no conversation, there is no discussion about it. They don't want to discuss about these kind of things where they are caught by this kind of Brazilian model as, voters in 22 places. And these kind of things, the election process has become a joke now. The election commission has become one-sided. With this thing, how you can protect the
So, uh,
democratic process in India?
outside Parliament, how do you plan to raise the SIR issue nationally, also in coordinating with other like minded parties?
There is a very good question. We had in the parliament, we have a 26 party India alliance where we meet every day, the Karge Saab's chamber, and we decide what to do in the parliament. Outside the parliament, we had as parties in the alliance, we had Congress party has carried out more than 10 crores signature campaigns from previous session and this session. That papers are going to come here, land here in Delhi. And therefore, we are going to take that to the election commission now. Therefore, we will keep the pressure on the election commission. We had gone to the people. We'll continue to tell to the people that this is the election commission has to be a neutral election commission. We are asking for the election commission to be neutral. We are not asking to any favors from the election commission. We are asking an election commission to be a neutral organization which should allow the fair playing field to be allowed in the elections, because which has been denied to the opposition parties. And clean voter list is also very important, and we are wanting a digitalized voter list to be given. The election commission is denying that thing. Therefore, election commission's thinking has to change, and we will continue to put pressure outside the parliament also, inside the parliament also.
We are, of course, recording this podcast just before the Bihar election results are out. So, just before this, when campaigning was happening, Rahul Gandhi went off on a trip to South America. The BJP, in fact, one of the BJP spokespersons was here on this podcast, and they alleged that he disappears every time there is some election heat. He goes campaigning, he can't tolerate that too much, and he disappears like it's an escapism. How does the Congress party react to that?
BJP has its own way. Mr. Gandhi has been the leading campaigner for the Bihar. He campaigned 17 days on a yatra with Mr. Tejasvi and the CPMML and Mukesh Aniji. And 17 days yatra, they raised the very important issue of voter adhikar yatra, where SIR was the main issue, vote chori was the main issue. We want people that your vote should be saved, and because your right to vote is going to be denied by this government and by the election commission. After that gap, he was having a scheduled trip to the South American countries, where he was addressing communities and to the students, and he was having universities he was speaking. He was not he was on a trip to speak about India's relationship with the South American countries. For BJP finds faults with everything. We don't find fault with them. For example, Delhi's bomb blast happened, and there was a Bihar elections were over. Prime Minister flew to Bhutan to sign a deal for Adani for 6,000 crore rupees.
But that is an official trip.
Yeah, that's for only. This is
But
on.
that
This
that
is
is an
also
official trip in which he's representing India as Prime Minister, and
Mr.
those are
Gandhi,
all pre-scheduled.
Mr. Gandhi went on a pre-scheduled visit for South American countries to talk to the students, Indian communities, to the officials of that this thing, and those socialist and democratic forces in those countries. When Mr. Gandhi goes, BJP finds the thing that it is a personal visit. When Mr. Modi goes for Adani to get 6,000 crore nuclear for power project deal, it is not. It is for desh ke liye.
Okay, that's your point of view. So recently, there was a call that Rahul Gandhi made to the TVK's Vijay, and that sparked some speculations about whether there is a rethink about an alliance, whether there is a rift between the Congress and the DMK. What's happening on that front?
There are two things into it. One is that Karur tragedy was a painful thing. Leader of opposition Rahul Gandhi ji called the Chief Minister, Mr. M.K. Stalin, whom he has personal relationship, and he inquired about what happened there. And then he called Mr. Vijay to console him because his party workers died. Therefore, it's a human nature by Mr. Gandhi, because Mr. Vijay and Rahul Gandhi ji are known to each other from 2010. And therefore, he called him and to console him and know his stand, where the issues is standing there after that tragedy. And with the DMK, we have a long relationship. In 2004, they had been our alliance. Only in 2014, our alliance, we could not have the electoral alliance. Again, we fought together from 2016, and 19 was a very successful election. 21 was a successful election. 24 was a successful election. Therefore, we have a strong relationship with the DMK, with a personal relationship with Mr. Stalin and Mr. Gandhi is very strong. Therefore, India alliance is DMK is a very important pillar in the India alliance. Therefore, the alliance is a very strong alliance in India alliance and DMK. But the relationship with Mr. Vijay is a completely different thing, because he is a popular person who believes in secular ideologies and who believes that the BJP is a fascist organization, and he feels that BJP is fascism must be stopped. For this kind of relationship is not it's not a different thing, because in Tamil in communist we fight communist parties in the elections in Kerala, but we have cordial relationship with the chief minister of Kerala chief minister. Therefore,
But
these are all different kind of things. Our common enemy is BJP. We are fighting against them, but our differences in the electoral field varies.
as you said, your common enemy is the BJP. You ally with various parties, states, and at the national level. But there is a charge that the Congress always plays second fiddle to its allies. How do you respond to that charge?
Yeah, it depends upon our strength, because at last electoral arithmetic stands with your vote. How much vote you got it in these things, how much support you are having it. Congress for the long period in Tamil Nadu has become with a 20% vote share in 1989. We had come to a level of around 7-8% vote share. For we have to have with some other party, which is DMK. We are having this successful relationship was able to. It was only unsuccessful in only two elections: 2011 elections and 2016 elections. Except that thing, we fought around 9 elections. We were very successful in 7 elections. For our strike rate has been 80% solid strike rate. For this transfer of votes and the ideology on which we are traveling, after the Modi government being formed in Delhi, Amit Shah and Modi's the authoritarian way, our social justice, these planks which for the areas on which Mr. Gandhi went on a yatra of Bharat Jodo and Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra, both the yatras has evolved a social program for Congress, an economic program for Congress, as well as for India Alliance. In that part, we complement each other, because the divisive policy of Mr. Modi and their alliance partners are different, and ours is an inclusive part. India Alliance stands for that inclusive part.
You are also Congress's state in charge for Andhra Pradesh. There has been some talk about a rejig in the party organization also after the 2024 elections. Is that on the cards? And what's your plan for the Congress in Andhra Pradesh, given that now there are bigger, stronger parties in the state?
This is Andhra is a very unique story for Congress. Till 2014, Congress was the major party there. Suddenly, after the bifurcation, and we lost after Rajshekar Reddy's demise, we lost the space, and the Congress space has been taken over by Jagan's party. And we are having, we are making many efforts to regain that ground, which is anti TDP ground, which is a Congress ground. Idea of Congress as a space in Andhra Pradesh, that has been occupied by Jagan. Mr. Jagan is this B team, is working as a B team for BJP there. Therefore, we are very clear that we have to take that Congress space, the idea of Congress in Andhra Pradesh. We are having Sharmila Reddy ji, who is the YSR's daughter, as the party president. She joined in 2024, just before elections. We made her the PCC president, and she is making efforts. It is only, we are making all efforts to take back the Congress space. Our efforts continue, but in the meantime, Mr. Jagan and Mr. Amit Shah's relationship continues. They will, because of the cases on Mr. Jagan, Jagan is with this union government, particularly Mr. Amit Shah and Mr. Modi, but he opposes Babu. Therefore, the BJP thinks that they see it in two hands, two laddus. There is one part TDP they have, one part Jagan they have. But we wanted to go to the people and say that this duplicacy should be defeated, and the secular forces must have a space. We are working with this Communist Party, Marxist Communist, and all other secular people, and we are trying to build a coalition in Andhra Pradesh. We feel that in the future time it will take right space, and we will be able to. 2029 elections are very important for us in Andhra Pradesh. 25 states in seats in Andhra Pradesh is a very important issue, and we are creating a better organization and a better narrative.
I'm turning from Andhra Pradesh to the national capital again because I noticed your comments also on the reports of the demolition at the Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium in the national capital and the development of a sports city in that space. Why do you see this? Why do you think this is a larger game plan behind this?
This is two way. It is a larger game. One is to erase the legacy of Jawaharlal Nehru, and to the RSS and BJP wants to erase Jawaharlal Nehru because Jawaharlal Nehru only stopped them from spreading this communal hatred across India. Because of Nehru's leadership, the communal agenda of BJP and RSS was stopped. In that time, Jan Sangh, and now it is BJP. They keep on changing their names, but the idea is one thing, hate is the idea. That has been stopped by Jawaharlal Nehru. Therefore, they have an inbuilt anger against Jawaharlal Nehru. Therefore, wherever they find Jawaharlal Nehru's name, they wanted to erase it. Now they are demolishing a stadium which which has been modernized 10 years before. Commonwealth Games has happened and it was a refurnished stadium with Commonwealth Games in 2010, and before that 1982 the first Asian Games also hosted that. It's a historic place for India's athletes, and many athletes has won glories for India, but because Jawaharlal Nehru is there, therefore they are demolishing. Second part is the real estate game, where they are going to sell this thing to a private player, and in the name of PPP, they are going to throw crores of rupees of land as going to be handed over to a private player. That is only we are opposing it, and we will continue to oppose these kind of things by Modi and Amit Shah, because they think wherever prime properties are there, their friends wants to take over their properties in Delhi and across India also. It may be in Mumbai, or it may be in Delhi, or it may be any other city in the country. Modi and Amit Shah wants to hand over to their corporate friends who wants to the real estate business only. Their aim is that. So we oppose in both the fronts.
Mr. Tagore, I'm going to turn away from politics now and focus on your name, because that's one thing that all Statesman viewers would be very curious about. Why are you named Manickam Tagore? Are you named after Rabindranath Tagore?
Yeah, my name is Manickam Tagore, and my father is a Tamil teacher in Sivaganga, and he wanted to name me as Rabindranath Tagore. But in the house, there was another Rabindranath. My cousin was named as Rabindranath. Therefore, he named me with Manikam is my grandfather's name, and Tagore from Rabindranath Tagore. For my father always tells thing that Bengal's poet should born in Tamil Nadu. Therefore, he has named it with that name, and I'm proud that I carry the unique name of Gurudev's name as Tagore. But I don't write poetry. I'm a Tagore who don't know Bengali and who don't know poetry also.
But you have a deep connection through that name to both poetry and to Bengal, I'm sure. You've also risen. Your stature has risen. You're a member of parliament. You're Congress whip in Lok Sabha. They say that you're also very close to Rahul Gandhi. What's the mantra behind your success in this political journey of yours?
I started as NSUI worker, and NSUI was my organization which I entered. And through NSUI organization, I went into the Youth Congress. In the Youth Congress day, when Mr. Gandhi became the in charge for Youth Congress in 2007, then I got to know about Mr. Gandhi. And Mr. Gandhi always picks those people who are hardworking people, and he feels not from the family of politicians, if you are not there, first generation politicians and others, he picks them quickly to another level. Mr. Gandhi only gave me the opportunity to fight my first election in 2009 when I was 34 years old. I won that election. I defeated a stalwart in Tamil Nadu, Mr. Vaiko. And therefore, that became a very important election for us. After that, Sri Lankan LTT war in that time. After that, 2014 I lost, but 2019 I won and worked in the party in that time as secretary in Karnataka. And 19 I won again, and third time I won in 2014, 24. For it is only the work and the loyalty to the Congress party, the idea of Congress, and we are in the mode of fighting for a cause, which is Mr. Gandhi has always telling that we should fight for those voiceless continuously. That process, I may be given opportunities to work in different level in the party, and I'm happy that I'm able to fulfill that part as and whenever I'm asked by the party.
So you would say that you are an example of somebody who doesn't come from a political dynasty, and you were given a chance in the Congress, and you rose on your own steam in the Congress party. So that sort of is that an answer to those who accuse the party of only playing dynasty politics?
Yeah, there are many people like me. There are in the party, in the Congress party, you see many kind of leadership like that. There is KC Venugopal is there, who is the organizational general secretary. His family is only, nobody from his family was in politics, but he is general secretary of organization. There are people like Jyotimani, who is Imran Pratap Gaddi. There are many people in this party, Nazir Hussain. There are people who are from many level of people who are first generation people who had got into this level of the leadership level, into the party, into the working committee, into the parliamentary group, into the parliament. Therefore, Congress is an organization which has changed completely, and Mr. Gandhi has done that without any much sound and noise. He has done it in a gradual way, and he is able to do it continuously in the states also.
Right, a refreshing point of view. Thanks so much for speaking with the Statesman.
Thank you so much.
That's it then on this episode of the Statesman Talk. Don't forget to post your comments on what you thought of this episode, and do like, share, and subscribe.